Right, so we've got this unicorn horn that we took from the last dungeon of Sedungut. We can now go to Medora, who's back through this door. Of course, we skipped the dungeon. We've been through that dungeon before. We just say hello to Medora. You've succeeded in most dangerous enterprise, Cat. You've helped me. I can count you for further aid. Now take this formal cloak as your reward. So she gives us a nice formal cloak. Quite decent. That cloak's normally a cast unused type thing. But anyway, we've given her that. She should tell you that the potion that she's going to make is going to take 30 days. And so you've got 30 days to do something else. We'll just steal some gold. I don't think we can carry this. That weighs quite a lot. Well, we don't really need too much more gold anyway. It's a shame that we don't have it. Yeah, so the next place we can do in this 30 days is go to Daggerfall. We're in Isle of Bavaria, so let's go to Daggerfall because we need to sort out that second part of the quest. We've been working on the exorcism of King Lysandus, but of course we need to know what's happened to that letter. We've been told by the Princess of Wayrest that it's with Gortwog, but unfortunately we can't go and see Gortwog right now because we have to go through and speak to, well, we have to finish, this is a bit annoying about Daggerfall, we have to do the rest of the quest to make sure that Gortwog has the letter. And if you think back to right at the start, we were told we should actually go and speak to the people in Daggerfall, and I think it was the Princess of Wayrest who said you should speak to someone slightly lower down in the Daggerfall chain of command. And we can't speak to Queen Orkba, we have to go and find one of the servants to speak to. So I was just taking a look at the pawnbrokers then. That's Edward's general pawnbrokers. I was just wondering if I could sell off some of my stuff, but it gets quite boring if we do that. So let's just go down the Daggerfall main street and head down to the castle. This is a nice little main street. We can buy one of these houses in the bank if we have enough cash. They're huge and they are also completely empty as well. A good thing to do while coming down here, of course, is to cast lots of spells or to jump. Going down here actually improves your running, which is why I haven't been using my horse recently. I've just been running to level up myself. I might start using my horse because it's not really, I don't really need to level up anyway. Right, I'm just going to check through my letters, see what we've got. So it's Morgiah of Wayrest that I was talking about, who was telling you all the information. So just have a quick word with this guy. It's a magically held lock. We need to go and agree with his terms, not to stab anyone or cast any spells. Of course, if you do, it makes no difference, that no one attacks you or anything. So this is the court of Daggerfall. There's lots of these same repetitive characters that we've seen everywhere else. Just you can, these are the nobles that you can get quests from. Some of them are commoners. That's a noble. That's a battle mage. I think you can get quests off the children as well. Get an occasional child's quest. They're pretty much the same as commoners' quests. So let's go in this side room here. This side room we find a serving girl who serves the queen. And we speak to her. Hey, if I could give you a bit of information, let's say about a letter of milady, would you be interested? I can't, well, if I scratch your back, you got to scratch mine. Deal? I would say yes, we have to agree. My name is Sindasa Daggerfall. I'll tell you everything I know, don't need to remind you there's no such thing as free info. I'm just the maid, but I want you to kill a werewolf. I'll wait 10 days for you. That ought to be plenty of time. So we have to go to Castle Corrahger, and that will be in Daggerfall, to kill this werewolf in 10 days time. That is a random dungeon again, and for those who... I hate random dungeons, not hate them, but I get very frustrated by them because they're so difficult to navigate and you pretty much get lost. But killing a werewolf is a bit easier than finding an item, because at least you can hear the werewolf, so you can be quite happy that when you hear that kind of growling sound. Yeah, let's head over there. That takes us 3 days, and 3 days back, so we can take no more than 4 days inside there. Yeah, you can hear that werewolf growling away. Look, we've just come out of this lovely forest. We can't see a castle, but we see a mound in the ground. I think that counts as a castle in this game. It's surrounded by a moat, so I take it it's a castle. Now let's try and swim through this. Well, as you see, I can't really move here. Pretty irritating. So we have to try and levitate our way out. And if that doesn't work, we have to jump and then levitate our way through. That seems to work. Let's get into that castle. So this is the lovely looking Castle Corrahger. We have to go and find ourselves a werewolf. Now, main enemies that we'll be facing here are the kind of typical Atronachs, the zombies, all of these creatures that we have to deal with. Occasional vampire as well, I hear. But we don't have to deal with that many werewolves, so I'm sure when we first hear a werewolf, we'll be able to go and deal with it. And as soon as we kill that werewolf, I'm going to teleport out of here. No more dungeon exploring or looking around. Let's just save here. I've also, of course, cast a recall spell here, so I don't actually need to spend my time wandering about. Let's bust open this door. I'm sure there'll be a vampire inside. Now sometimes these vampires are cunning and they just hide just around the door. She's trying to cast a few spells. It doesn't look like she's around the door, it looks like she's a bit further away. They've got limited magicka, so if you stand aside and you can let them cast all their spells if you don't have spell absorption, and they'll run out, and so eventually you can cast either blast them with spells, or you can actually just end up hitting them. Let's blast her with spells. Well, she's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, and she did a lot of damage to me actually. I'm not too happy with that. What's she got? Just some gold and a Daedra heart. I'm not even gonna bother taking that Daedra heart. There's some extra treasure in here. 54 gold pieces. That's a common symbol, it's not worth very much. The reason why I look at these symbols is that you can actually wear them as amulets, and it's worth having a few expensive amulets around. All these chains don't do anything, they're just for decoration. Yeah, it's worth having a few amulets around. I think there's a secret door out of here, or a doorway out of here that I haven't noticed. But let's heal up. That vampire did do a bit of damage to me. And make our way through the door. I think there's supposed to be a door this way. Yep, it's a secret door. This place is all stretched out. Look at it. It's all... Something's odd here. These textures don't look particularly appealing. Let's just cast a spell at this vampire. Oh, and I've suddenly speeded up. Well, the DOS box has suddenly speeded up. What we'll have to do is, once we kill this vampire, we'll have to reload, otherwise it does get really quite irritating. So we've killed that vampire. we're gonna have a few problems just getting around now because I'll be moving around so quickly. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pause things for now. I'm going to reload DOSBox, and I'll see you for the next part. I know it's a bit of a short video, but it's irritating having to move so quickly all the time.